Hi guys, okay, so today I'm going to talk about the Willow pump versus the Elvie pump. I've used both about 2 weeks each, so I figured that would be a good time to review them both and tell you about them. Okay, so this one is the Elvie put together, and then this is the Willow with the containers. I only use the containers. I don't have a use for the bags, so I'm not going to talk about the bags. Here's how we put the Willow pump together. Take the container with the insert, push it in, lock it. This part gets slid in right here, push it down, add in the flex tube, right, and then just slides together, and then it's ready to go. The Elvie pump right here. Here is the flange. You add in this piece, which is not good. Okay. Slide it in. Here's the container. Push that on. And then it just slid in too. And then, so they both have about the same amount of parts putting them together. I think the Elvie had one more part, but they were both pretty easy to go. You can bend over with the Willow pump and it not leak out unless you are almost completely full, then it will leak a little bit. But if you just don't bend over completely, it won't leak. The Elvie pump, I only tried once and it did leak out. Okay guys, size-wise, the Elvie pump is definitely smaller than the Willow pump. Either way, you're gonna notice that they're in your bra and you're a lot larger. Other people might not necessarily notice. It's kind of just depending on, I guess, how much they're around you, if they're gonna notice or not. Noise-wise, they're both very silent. I would say the Elvie is a little bit more silent than the Willow. They both make a noise. I don't think it's possible to get it completely dead silent. The Elvie makes like a click noise every so often. The Willow, you can hear when it's swallowing the milk down into the container. So both make a noise. Both the noises are discreet enough though that I think you would get away with it in public. Just when the click or the swallow happens is the only time people are gonna notice. So. Okay, attachment. I had a lot easier time getting the Willow pump attached versus the Elvie pump, and I think it's just based on the design versus the shape of your boob. The Elvie pump is curved and then it slides in, so if you're not perfectly flat against the entire pump itself, it won't stay attached and you'll have to realign. The Willow pump is flat on here and then you insert inside, so you just need to stay suctioned into this part. So moving around is a lot easier with the Willow pump versus the Elvie pump. The Elvie pump, I felt like I had to stay perfectly still to keep it where it needed to be to pump versus the Willow. So both of the pumps come with an app on your phone that you can use to track your pumping. Both the Willow and the Elvie pump are supposed to stop pumping when they're full. The Elvie, you need to leave the app open on your phone for it to do that, otherwise it will overflow. The Willow, you don't need to leave it open, it will track it on its own. The Willow will stop pumping at 25 minutes and the Elvie will stop at 30. Both pumps hold different amounts. The Willow pump only holds 4 ounces each and the Elvie pump holds 5 ounces each. But the Willow, you can go a little bit over if the pump lets you. I've gotten as much as, I think it was 4.7 ounces within the Willow pump without it overflowing, and I think that's about like right here, so you're safe still at that point. The Elvie pump comes with 2 of everything for each pump, so you have extras. It also comes with the 24mm insert as well as the 28mm insert, so you have 2 sizes that you can try. It comes with these to extend your bra so that it fits with the Elvie a little better. Lids for the containers, a bag for the pumps, and then 2 USB chargers for the pumps. The Willow pump comes with the 24mm insert that works with the bags. It doesn't come with the container, so if you want the container, you'll have to get that separate. It only comes with the 24mm size, so if you need a bigger or a smaller size, you'll have to order that. It also comes with cleaning brushes for all the little pieces, little bags, and then it has 1 charger that it comes with, which is also kind of a bummer, because if you need to charge each one night, you'll have to stop and get the other one charging. So battery life, I would say the Willow pump lasts a little longer than the Elvie, but they both last a pretty good amount of time. I could go all day without charging the Willow pump if I need to. The Elvie, it probably about most of the day, and then by the end of it I would need to charge, so I could go a little longer with the Willow, but I'd say they both last a pretty good amount of time. The Elvie pump, in my opinion, had very weak suction compared to other pumps I've used. I never got my full amount out whenever I used it. The Willow pump, on the other hand, has very strong suction. It's the strongest suction I've ever felt on any pump that I've used. I think it's because of that I can get out what I need in half the time of other pumps. For example, with my Medela Freestyle, it took me 30 minutes to get my full amount out, but with the Willow pump, it takes me about 15 minutes to get the full amount out, the 20 minutes at the max. So there's that. That is a major plus for me, and I'm sure for most moms, to get it out in half the time so you're free. This is everything that the Willow pump comes with. It's the pump itself. Those are extra components. And then here's everything that the Elvie pump comes with, minus the extra parts. All the parts for the Elvie and the Willow pump are dishwasher safe, so you don't have to hand wash everything all the time. Overall, I did like the Willow pump over the Elvie pump. I like that it has stronger suction and it can get the amount of milk I make out in half the time of other pumps that I've used. I do like that you can bend over with it and not worry about it leaking unless you're completely full. The only downsides I saw was that it only comes with 1 charger and it doesn't come with extra parts like the Elvie did. So if that's a preference of yours, the Elvie might be for you, but overall I did like the Willow pump better. Thanks.